Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. I'm seeing you carefully choosing sort of like what you're giving your attention to right now. Maybe in a more deliberate way than you had been. This may be a bit of a period of like reflection or introspection for you. You can also be spending time reflecting on, so you can like figure out what to be prioritizing as well currently. Even if it's just for like this week, what should I be focusing on? Like that type of thing. Okay, we're starting off with strength, and I'm also seeing Two of Cups here. Okay. This looks like there may be something feeling a bit challenging between you and another person. Looks like there's a conversation that's involved with this. Strength shows that if you're willing to make this work, it's going to work. That's really what it comes down to with strength. It's going to feel challenging. However, I see strength being very, very connected with like your willpower. And so if you decide that you're going to be here making this work, it's going to work. It's like as simple as that. If you're telling yourself that you can't do it, then it's not going to happen, you know, that type of thing. Okay. You're connecting with someone here. It looks like you're seeing them or spending time with them, something like that. I'm seeing this be time that you're enjoying, or you're going to if you haven't like met up or connected with them yet. What's the issue? Something is coming to light. This feels like, okay, so before this comes up, actually, we're seeing strength, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, and Nine of Pentacles. This means that there's a very, very tight connection that you have with somebody. This is somebody you'd be very, very close with. Strength is like a very, very strong bond that you have with this person. This is a significant relationship that you have. Three of Cups is you like spending time connecting with this person. Nine of Pentacles in a way that you like. So it's like, I'm really enjoying hanging out with you. I'm really enjoying getting to know you. I'm really enjoying the time that we get to spend with one another. I really enjoy that we get to like talk on the phone at night. Like whatever this is that you're doing with this person, it can be like a single event. You can be going somewhere with them, or this can just be somebody that you've been spending your time with. I am seeing Seven of Swords pop up. So something is going on here that could potentially, this can be like a lack of transparency, something like that. I'm attributing this to, so we have Leo over here. I'm seeing this over by that energy, but anybody, you'll know who's who once we get a little bit further. The character that this is mainly about is somebody that may be struggling when it comes to like honesty or intimacy, but this would be because this person is like feeling it within themselves, and so they may feel like there's one part of them saying this and there's another part of them saying that, and those parts of them may not be like working together in a cohesive way. Seven of Swords can be, it's like when we're not being honest with ourselves, when like we're feeling something or we feel like we should do something. It can be like acting in a way that's opposite, like opposing our values. And then because of that, having it impact a relationship. So this can be like, it's going to be really hard to tell the truth, but like I need to do it, or I haven't been being honest about this, like those sorts of things. But this is something that one wouldn't want to ruin, because I'm seeing this be like a really good thing that one has going on. Okay, something coming to light here. Seven of Swords and the Sun feels like there may be like a discrepancy that's coming to light. So this can be like like telling the truth about like a lie that was told. I feel like that's just the most obvious thing that I'm seeing. Or it can be like I left that part out, like I should have said something about it. Whatever this is, it feels like Seven of Swords is like the shadow and what's been hidden, and like what one may not be ready to admit to themselves, and so then doesn't admit that to the other person. It can be something that we feel ashamed of, like all of those sorts of things that it's like I'd rather we don't put the flashlight on that, but like the flashlight is here. So it feels like whatever this was that was going on that may have been like hidden or secretive or wasn't directly explicitly communicated, it feels like that's coming to light now. Let me see. Just to clarify. That doesn't have to be the only thing. It doesn't have to, that's not the only thing that this can be. Whatever this is, it's going to be clarified. Seven of Swords at the bottom of what it is, it's like when our shadow is doing something. So it's anything that you see as being like self-sabotaging in any type of way. And then I'm also seeing this be connected with a relationship. So this can be like, I'm feeling my shadow like really wanting to do this, and I need to exercise willpower over that because I know that this isn't in alignment, like that type of thing. And it can be bringing something to light too, whether this is like something you're admitting to yourself, because I'm seeing you don't want this to sabotage the connection. And so it seems like this is also bringing to light how you have control over this. I'm seeing very strong Leo energy, or somebody that has, it can be like the sun aspected a lot in their chart, that type of thing. Whatever this is, it's going to be brought to light. There may also be a conversation that's connected with this. Also too, like this can be like somebody may not have been like feeling well about something. If one were to give in to whatever this is something that would potentially be like sabotaging something that brings a lot of joy into one's life. It feels like a relationship that brings a lot of joy into one's life. Creating confusion. I wonder if this already happened. For some of you, there may have been something that happened that came to light, or you're bringing something to light. And in this being exposed, it seems like it creates... This can be somebody getting to a place where they're like, I didn't feel like that was my authentic energy. I felt like that was my shadow that was coming through, and that's why I was acting like that, or that's why I said that, that's why I was behaving like that. So whatever this was, it's not like this is gonna continue without being called out or without being exposed. I'm seeing like whatever that was, whether it's something that I was feeling this way but I didn't act on it, or it's something that was acted on. Whatever this thing was that was like kept in the dark, or especially that wasn't like realized, or wasn't exposed. It gets exposed with the sun here, and then I'm seeing through the exposure of this, whatever that was, I'm seeing Seven of Cups, which is like now sort of everybody's going through their emotional process, and I'm also seeing there be pain involved in this as well. Somebody could have also felt like they needed to do this in order to sort of like get their way with something, or it could have, someone could have told themselves like, I'm doing the wrong thing for the right reasons, like one of those types of situations. But one knows that that was out of alignment. If this was something that did take place, I'm seeing too that although this is like a painful situation, I'm seeing your guides be like, listen, you got this. This is nothing that you can't work through. This is nothing that can't be healed. So I'm seeing a lot of encouragement to sort of like work through this situation. But I'm definitely seeing things get a little bit murky. Okay, let's keep going. Someone even could have been defending something that like they knew was wrong according to them. Yeah, I'm seeing Seven of Wands pop up, and this is kind of like yeah, I'm doing this thing, but also like I'm protecting that because I want to keep doing that thing, you know, like it can be that sort of. Or it can be like, I want to keep doing this even though I know it's out of alignment, and so now I'm becoming defensive because like maybe I'm not ready to give it up, or maybe I don't want to stop doing this, or like I don't want to be called out on this. It can be like those sorts of things. But it's also like the shadow sort of like feeding itself within this. Because of the sort of like emotions that come to light when this is exposed, and also the pain that's felt, I'm seeing that create a bit of defensiveness as well. So that's also like something here that's coming up too. And when we start hitting that wall of like, I feel like I can't get through either with myself or with this other person, Four of Swords is like, okay, let's take a breather now. To sort of bring things back into a level space. Because you could have felt like, yeah. So Seven of Wands is like getting into a space where there can be like a lot of stubbornness, or sort of like, I'm not putting this wall down, and then the other person isn't putting the wall down. Four of Swords is like taking that step back from it, and then I'm seeing King of Cups. So this is like grounding, centering. And connecting with the way that one feels. So it's like in this space of calming down, I feel like I'm getting a better idea of like what I'm really feeling and what's really going on. Like that type of thing. Someone could have also felt too like their independence was being challenged, or that their freedom was being challenged too. And that could have been like why they were like defending something, or like protective over something. Ooh, I'm seeing something really tricky here. So we have strong Leo. I'm also seeing Capricorn here as well. I'm seeing Scorpio too on the bottom of the deck. Pain that comes from attachment to something. I'm seeing sort of like the temptation or the attachment be there, but King of Cups is the best energy to liberate oneself from that. So it can be like, I'm feeling, and also strength too. It can be, I am feeling like the impulse or the craving or the desire to do this thing or to not do this thing, like whatever the devil is, whatever this like temptation is. However, having strength here, it's like it's your choice whether you do this or not. Just because you're feeling something doesn't mean that you just give into it and that you have no say. You have all of the say, and that's really what this is coming down to. And I think this is also about like protecting what it is that you have, that you enjoy, and not letting something get in the way of that. Or if it has sort of impacted that, it's like building things back up in the way that you want them to. There could have been stuff emotionally that was going on that could have felt like very unpleasant or uncomfortable to move through, but I am seeing the dust definitely settle here. But one needed to take matters into their own hands and sort of like correct what had been going on. And dispel energy, it seems like too. Something needed to be processed through. I think also too that within this situation, there's like a focus in realizing, like a recognition of what's actually most important and not wanting to jeopardize that as well. So something happened. It looks like there was like a split or a separation for everybody to sort of like independently deal with their own thing. Then I'm seeing other stuff be like worked through, especially on an emotional level, on a like feeling level, on an intuitive level, and getting to the bottom of what's going on. It could have felt initially like where this came from was like some type of like self-betrayal that may have self-betrayal or just something that someone's doing where they're like, that's not something that I feel proud of, or like I don't feel good about this. It's like those sorts of things when one is doing things that don't feel empowering or something that doesn't feel empowering. And I'm seeing there be pain that was felt that looks like it wasn't just with this person and themselves, it looks like it also impacted a relationship. But in bringing this to light and exposing it, even though it may feel like glaring, like this is why I didn't want to say anything in the first place, it gives things the opportunity to actually be worked out. So just know that if something has happened where something that was sort of like kept in the dark has now been brought to light, as much as it can feel like really not good or not preferable, it can be a not preferable feeling that we experience as we move through this. And even though it can be like, wow, that's really hurting, it also means that this is the end of it because it's being brought to light. So it allows this cycle to conclude where there can be healing now because of it. So very important stuff that's taking place here. So the exposure is what makes the healing process begin. Like that's what makes this possible. And that's like really the whole point. I'm seeing this is about, it looks like it's about an interpersonal relationship. It can also be relationships in general and also like learning within the relationship too. This can be about like relationship decisions and choices that are being made as well. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.